In this video, I'm going to talk about the four elements of a successful training program. You absolutely need to make sure that you're doing all four of these things consistently. Otherwise, your training program just isn't going to work. So the most important thing is the correct movements. We want to make sure that we're using big compound movements, that we're doing things like squats and deadlifts, that we're using big body parts, and then we're not doing loads and loads of isolation exercises. I've done a really in-depth video on this already. The second thing we want to make sure that we're doing is make sure that we're using the correct weight. We don't want to be using doing anything too heavy, and we don't want to do anything too light. If it's too light, it's just not going to do anything, and if it's too heavy, you're probably going to injure yourself. Okay, so there's a sweet spot in the middle, and we need to be using the right weight for you. The third third element of a successful training program is progress. You have to progress over time. You can't just keep doing, even if you did the first two things right, you can't just keep doing the same weight over 3 months, 6 months, a year. You need to progress. You need to make the exercises more difficult. The same exercises more difficult. So adding weight is a really good example. You could also increase the range of motion. You could make the exercise, you could do the exercise more slowly. There's lots of ways of progressing in a movement, but you absolutely need to be progressing, and you need to progress every week, every month, over a number of months. Okay, you cannot just keep using the same weight for a number of months or years. And the fourth element of a successful training program is consistency. So the three things that I already talked about are really quite simple. Okay, a successful training program only really needs to have 6 or 8 movements in it, and it's so simple that it's almost boring sometimes. And people want to be doing loads of different things, and they don't trust the process, and they don't think it's going to work, so they change it in the middle, and then they do something else. Something that you need to understand is there is no such thing as a perfect training program, and done is better than perfect. If you just pick a training program, you pick your 6 to 8, maybe even 10 exercises, and you do them consistently every single week, you will see results. So when I talk about consistency, I mean doing the same workout for a period of time. Don't change your workout every time you go to the gym, and you don't need A, B, and C. You just need A. You just need one training program. So you need to be doing the same thing consistently over and over and over again. Secondly, I mean doing that workout 2 or 3 times a week. Okay, we need to be working the body consistent, or the muscles frequently enough. Okay, so once a week will also do something. You will also progress. If you're a beginner, you will progress doing once a week. But let's say we need to be doing it like twice a week. Really, we need to be doing a strength training workout twice a week. The muscles respond much better to being worked twice a week. So you need to do it twice a week. You can't do it once a month and expect something to happen. You can't just do it here and there. It's got to be consistently done twice a week. And the third thing that I mean when I say consistent is that you need to do it over a period of time. You can't just go to the gym a couple of times and think that it's going to do something. So it's actually painfully boring and painfully simple. Just get a really simple training program that has 6 to 10 exercises in it. Do that workout twice a week over 3 months, okay? And progress in the movements, add weight over those 3 months, and you will definitely see results. And most people don't do this though. They chop and they change, and they try to do something else, and they try and add loads more variation in, and they try and do something more interesting, and they go to a Pilates class instead, and they don't progress through the movements, they don't progress in weight, and then they say that it doesn't work. But like most things in life, I'm trying to learn how to make YouTube videos and market my business. And I keep looking for like the perfect way of doing it, instead of just doing it and just putting it out there and just making it as good as I can. And I'm not doing some of the basic things well enough and consistently enough, which is why it doesn't work. And you can apply this to anything in life. Most area of life, you need to be doing the basics well enough, and then all the fancy stuff you can only do, and they only have any value when you're doing the basics right. So it's the same with the training program. Just do those basics, trust the program, trust the process, and to do those basics right over a period of time long enough to see results, and then determine whether or not it works. It will not work if you just do it for a week. It won't work if you only work out once every 2 weeks, and it won't work if you don't progress through the movements. You need to be doing all the things that I'm talking about in this program. Keep it simple, keep it stupidly simple, do the same exercises 2-3 times a week, and progress in them, and you will see results. So make sure you're doing these 4 things in your exercise program. If you're not doing them, this is the reason why you're not seeing results. I hope this was helpful. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, write in the comments below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.